Welcome, Pisces, to Rays of Hope, Rainbow Light, Love and Healing Tarot. How are you? Welcome back if you are the subscribers. And those who have just arrived, please subscribe. We do different types of readings here on love and different types of relationships. We do healing on the energy report that's going on in the planet and the weather, cosmos, the planet weather. And also we do readings on the moon cycles. So please also check out my description box. I've been a healer for many years, written a book. I have a website. There's so many tools there. I have links for self-help. They're all free. Everything is free here. I have a full-time job and I really love, I have a passion for helping people. And so my readings hopefully will resonate with you in some way to help you. And, it's a collective reading. So you have to understand that, it's not going to be specific. But anyway, I do private readings if you're interested. And so let's begin with Pisces. Better days ahead, I think, Pisces. I hope. That was your last reading. So I like to kind of connect them. Sometimes they do show a path that they're leading to, and sometimes they don't. But last reading, I think it was better times are coming. So let's see what happens this week. And sometimes you have to wait. You can watch a video from 6 months ago and it may be the right time to watch it now. That's the way energy works. You never know how people are going to process energy and how they really look deeply within themselves to look at the issues that would help them become more loving within themselves and also attract more loving people. Magnetizing love at a higher frequency is how we heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we heal the planet. So Pisces, better days ahead for you. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Oh, a sexual encounter. So this may not be for all of you, but it's also about, people who have a nice relationship, a sexual bond, and they kind of explore their sexuality. And in this type of relationship, you must definitely be emotionally mature, be able to handle the issues because, having intimacy with someone is very powerful energy. Sexual energy is very powerful. It's creative energy, but it will bring up, issues that are dormant, that haven't been processed. So know that when you're with someone who you have a sexual bond with, hopefully you are both emotionally mature so that no one gets hurt. Okay, that's a big piece for many of you. Even for myself, I had to learn that myself, growing up. No one taught me that. No one taught us anything growing up. It was hush, don't talk about sex, Anyway, so let's throw out some tarot. I know you can't see, I don't have the biggest table here, my friends. I'm so sorry, I don't have a studio, but I just got home from work and I decided, this is a time where I like to, share my passion because what would I be doing? Watching Netflix, falling asleep. So anyway, here we go. For Pisces. We have the Queen of Wands. Yes, a sexy appeal, lust. It's definitely going on for you, but that's okay if you met someone who has some sensual, attributes and sex appeal, and you are also that appealing sexually to them. So let's keep going. And then we have the King of Wands. Oh my God, we got the King and the Queen of Wands. Better times ahead, I hope, for you. Yeah, so there's definitely something very adventurous going on with you, Pisces. It looks like you met someone, or I think something has definitely connected. Let's just say that. Yeah, in the heart, you're taking charge of something here, or they're taking charge of you. They want it all, so let's see. And so do you. And then we have the moon in here as well. Wow. So let's look at this. So we have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. Oh my goodness, we have this sensual encounter, sexual bond here. There's definitely a relationship here of a mutual attraction, sensuality, sexuality. And I feel that with the moon card here, it could be very complicated. So the moon card here is saying, there's complications here, and there always is when you have that very, very volatile connection. It's going to really bring up fire, And so it'll bring up certain issues and make sure that you are responsible looking at them, it brings up uncertainty. It brings up things that you may have kept dormant, but this relationship will help heal each other. If you really use your sensuality and your sexuality as a healing, especially if you met someone, it could definitely have a healing connection. Remember that song, Sexual Healing? If you don't know that song, look it up. It's it was a great song by Marvin Gaye, and we all love that song. So he definitely has some knowledge there about it. So just check it out. Anyway, here we go. Let's look at some more here. So the Moon card is coming up with uncertainty. Some shadow work has to be done here when you're engaging with someone on your own, of course. And of course, this may not be a relationship. It could just be, a fun type of thing, exploring, experimenting. And you have to be mature about it, though, You have to know what it is and what the intent is here. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So, there's a sudden action. The Knight of Swords comes charging, and he's coming in with this Queen of Wands and sex appeal and the King of Wands in the heart. Someone has been swept off their feet, perhaps even, And last week, I remember, Pisces, the reading was better times ahead. So it looks like something is going on that could be better than it was previously. And then we have the Death card. So in the heart, there's a transition here. There's a transformation of this relationship, perhaps, or connection. It could be different for everyone. It could be a connection. It could be just also a relationship. But there definitely is a transformation, because the Death card is about transformation. That's about death. It's not, it's not dead. I don't see an ending here. I see a beginning of two people connecting and creating a lot of fire. A lot of fire. And then we have the Hermit. So, soul searching, it's right under the Moon. So we have the Moon and the Hermit next to each other, one above the other. And in the heart of the reading is where the Death card is as well, right in the middle. And so I feel that this connection has really brought up a lot of issues for you, Pisces, to look at. Soul searching. You also need time to process energy. So know when you're with someone, that intimacy, you need to process. Sometimes you need space. Okay, so make sure that you understand that for the other person who may say to you, I need space right now. I just need some time to process. Okay, that's what that's all about. It's not about clinging or needing. It's about a process that takes place where this energy now is for you to process. What is coming up? How did you feel? Do you like yourself? Whatever those things are that come up. So this connection has definitely brought in a lot of soul searching for you, Pisces. So let's keep going here. It's not an ending. This is like a beginning of something that I think is could be valuable. It depends on both parties here, but let's see if we can find out more on what else could be going on for Pisces and this very, very sexy connection. Very hot. Anyway, here we go. Oh, we have the Devil. Oh my God. So this is really definitely very, could be obsession here as well. Obsessed with each other. This is really a great, how can I say, big habits are good. Big habits are going on here. But also the Devil is also about alerting us to shadow. That's what the Devil card is all about as well. It alerts us to any shadow that is lurking around, make sure you're not having any addiction, to this connection. It's a lot to look at. So just beware, because of the Hermit here and the Moon here, and you have the Devil here. There's definitely definitely healing is going to go on here if you're willing to go into the shadow that comes up. This is a very important moment when the Devil comes up. It's saying, Look at all the shadows that are here. It's alerting you to any addictions, obsession, control, manipulation. There's so many things that this energy can, bring up. So be aware of that, all right? So let's see what else. 2 more cards here, then we'll throw out some scarlet energy for you, Pisces. Let's see what else. I shuffle a lot, but I like it. Anyway, here we go. For Pisces, what's next? We have the Page of Cups. How sweet, right in the heart of the reading. This is someone who's very, very youthful, very young. Maybe not someone who's very, how could I say, young and inexperienced. So this could be someone that you're with, or it could be you, that this could be your first time out with someone who's really, really put you in a place of ecstasy, I guess you could say. And you could be that young person that's here, that's kind of, a little immaturity here, but it also could be a very, very momentous time for you. For the first time, you're really feeling your sensual feeling of yourself and another, and sexuality is popping out all over this reading. So let's keep going here. It's definitely causing a transformation in you, Pisces. And I don't know if because the Page of Cups is in the center of the reading, I feel it's you that's the young one, who's experiencing this. Let's see. What else? And we have the Sun. Oh my God, at the end of the reading, you have a lot of fire here. This is really amazing. So Pisces, I don't know what else to say to you except that really be careful here. Really look at, do this soul searching and, have your time to process. Look at all the shadow and any uncertainty, any illusion. It's very complicated, but it requires emotional maturity. And that's why the Page of Cups here to me is someone who's may not be mature enough to handle all this, but it is a learning process. And with the Sun here, it's all about a positive growth and renewal, and it is fire. There's a lot of fire here. So, growth and renewal here is with the Sun. It's promising. So let's see if there's any scarlet energy here that we can add to this that could, that could, I don't know, add a little bit more depth. I don't know how much more we want, but it's very, very interesting here. Leave a comment, Pisces. I want to know if any of you are experiencing any of this type of connection. Because it's new. That's what I feel. I feel it's new. It's a new connection. And it has all the excitement of a new connection. Okay, so here we go. What is the scarlet energy that we can add to this reading? It says slow down. You see that? Slow down. There's no need to rush. Slow down. Take your time. So, it's very cool. Yeah, get cool. See the snow? Cool down. Cool down. All right. So let's see if there's any what the angel number is for you in this reading. All right. I don't know if any of you have pendulums. If you ever want to measure your chakras, you can use a piece of jewelry. But what you do is you just hold it. And right now my table is very charged because I always, pray around it. So right now I'm getting a very positive reading over the cards here. If you can see, it goes. And we want to make it bigger, we can. Keep going. Wow, this is a very, very wide circle it's making. I use pendulums to measure chakras when I work on people, or even when I work in my house. I want to make sure that the energy in the house is good. So what happens is if you have, I'm sorry I'm going off the subject here, but what happens here when you have a pendulum of any type, you can use a piece of jewelry or any kind of crystal on the other end. This is a crystal that I purchased many years ago. But anyway, and you just focus and put it around the area of a plant or wherever in your room, And it'll either go, this way, or it'll go counterclockwise. It depends on the energy that's there. And then you know how you can take care of that energy by, with your intent of placing love there. Okay? And that's how you heal yourself. That's how you know which chakras are out of balance too. After a while, I don't really need to use the pendulum. I've trained so much, that the pendulum is a useful tool, but it's not necessary. Okay? So anyway, let's go to your angel number. I don't know why I had to come out with that, but anyway, let's see here. Your angel number is, stay with me, Pisces, don't go away. Okay, your angel number is 3333. You have 4 threes, Pisces. Divine timing. Realistic and practical, approach goals, divine timing, ambition, and cooperation. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what your plant, so your plant will grow. So what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Oh my God, I think you've already experienced it, but here's your number, Pisces, 3333. Oh my God, I can't imagine. Now, let me fix my mess here, and we're going to draw. I'm very natural, guys. I'm not a professional. I don't know. I don't have a professional show here, but it's not about a show. To me, if I can help people learn to love themselves, even if it's one person a day, 12 people a year, I've done my job. That's how I feel. And, share with me your feelings and how you feel about love. And if you need help, I'll answer your questions. Anyway, here we go. So what is the Whispers of Love want to tell you, Pisces, in this reading? The union of hearts. My goodness. A love connection defies explanation. There's no reason to explain anything when there's a love connection. So I wish the best for you, Pisces. I hope that this is going to transform into a love connection, and I really, really send you the best of love. All right, so I hope to see you again. Sign in, people who actually subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.